I got this 2002 Aquarium bouncer for my grandchild off of a free website, and the water level in the aquarium was about here, and none of the fish worked. The bubbles didn't happen. So being the stubborn New Englander that I am, I figured, well, I'm going to take this apart and figure it out. So there's a YouTube video a woman had made about how to put the water level back in by taking this plug out and filling it up and putting epoxy around it. And I did that, and I got the water level back to where it belongs. But I couldn't get the fish to work, the bubbling to work. Every time I put the cover on, it stopped. So this is what it looks like when it works. These two fish kiss from the bubbles. It pushes this fish up, and then it stops and the fish falls down and the starfish swirls. So when I opened it all up, there's these wheels with a belt on it, and the belt that was on it was stretched out, and it kept on falling off the wheel. So I called Fisher-Price, and of course this was manufactured in 2002 and discontinued in 2004, and by looking online I couldn't find anybody who had anything about how to fix getting the bubbles to work again. So I took this all apart. I put a rubber band, smaller rubber band on here, and it was working, but every time I put the cover on, it stopped. So if you look at this, it looked to me that this was higher than this, and when you put the cover on, it would stop it. So what I ended up doing was taking my scrapbook embosser heating tool and melting the cover, and with a pliers bent it out so that it wouldn't rub on the wheel. But even when I did that, every time I put the cover on, it still stopped. So I got really aggravated with it, and I ended up getting a blister on my palm of my hand from trying to take on and off this cover. But what I ended up finding out was on the inside of the cover, where this goes over that, the screw, where you put the screws in, has this little tunnel that fits inside. Right here. That in here was hitting the wheel. Can you see the wheel? It would hit the wheel and make it stop. So every time I put the cover on, that little tunnel thing would stop the wheel. So I took my embosser heating tool and tore off that little tunnel, and now it works perfectly. So it looked like that, but now it looks like this with no tunnel. So I can put the cover on and it works perfectly. So if your pump doesn't work, you might want to try that. I also lubricated that wheel. So now I can put the cover on and it works. But I did damage this. But you know what? My grandbaby won't care. All she'll see are these things, and that'll keep her entertained. So instead of throwing it in the landfill, I fixed it. So I've seen quite a number of these online that the water levels were down low and it didn't look like they worked. So if you have one, give this a try.